Welcome to BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. It's 2026, January 12th, and today's theme is simple. Your assistant is becoming your interface and your checkout lane.
So, instead of apps, we'll just talk to the void, and the void buys things for us. Cool. I love giving my credit card to a vibe.
3 stories. Apple confirms Google's Gemini will power new Siri features this year. Google adds buy buttons to Gemini and AI search with an open standard backed by big retailers. And Nvidia partners with Eli Lilly on an AI drug lab with a $1 billion 5-year plan.
That's a lot of AI will help energy. One of these better help me find my keys, or at least stop recommending me a 4th air fryer.
Story 1. Apple confirms Google's Gemini will power new Siri features. The reporting says Apple will use Gemini to enable a more personalized Siri upgrade coming this year.
So Siri is getting a glow-up by hiring Google as a personal trainer. That's like hiring your rival to teach you confidence.
Simple version of the tech, think of Siri as a receptionist. Historically, she could route calls, set timers, and answer simple questions. A large language model like Gemini is more like a highly skilled assistant who can read context, summarize, infer intent, and handle multi-step requests, if you give it the right tools and guardrails.
But the receptionist is now also a freelance consultant from another company, and I'm supposed to whisper my calendar, my texts, and my order more allergy meds into it?
That's the core consumer question. What data is processed where? Apple's brand is privacy and on-device processing. Partnering with an external model creates a boundary problem. Even if Apple says it's carefully evaluated and this is the most capable foundation, users will want clarity. On-device versus cloud. What's logged, what's retained, and what's used for training, if anything.
Congrats, your assistant is smarter. Also, please enjoy this new hobby called reading privacy settings like it's a thriller novel.
Why it matters for normal people, better Siri could reduce app switching and friction. Fewer taps, more outcomes. But it also shifts trust. If you're using Siri for personal context, messages, reminders, travel, health-adjacent queries, you'll care whether the request is fulfilled locally or sent out to a third-party model.
Actionable tip. When that update lands, I'm checking 2 things before I let Siri personalize anything. 1, what permissions it asks for. 2, whether there's a toggle that basically says, don't ship my life story to the cloud.
Story 2. Google is bringing buy buttons to Gemini and AI search, and it's launching an open-source standard built with major retailers, including Shopify, Walmart, and Target. This is Google turning the assistant into a merchant, not just a guide.
So the search engine is now like, here's the answer, and I already put it in your cart. That is either convenience or a jump scare.
Tech behind it, simple version. Historically, search is links. AI search is a synthesized response. Add buy buttons and structured retailer integrations, and you get a transaction layer. The model can compare products, check availability, and route you to purchase, sometimes without you browsing 10 tabs.
And the open source standard is like a universal adapter, so every store can plug into the assistant. Which sounds great until your fridge starts negotiating bulk deals on cheese without telling you.
Why it matters. This is a power shift in discovery. If the AI answer becomes the front door, brands will fight to be the default recommendation. For users, it can mean faster purchases. For developers and merchants, it means optimizing product data feeds, inventory, and policies for AI consumption. Basically SEO, but for agents.
Actionable tip for humans. Set purchase confirmations. If your assistant can buy stuff, you need a speed bump, like a say the total out loud and wait for me to flinch feature.
And a practical habit. Treat AI shopping like autopay. Great when configured, dangerous when forgotten. Review connected accounts, saved payment methods, and order history, especially if multiple family members share devices.
Okay, 3rd story. Please tell me this one doesn't end with my Siri prescribing me GPU-flavored vitamins.
3rd story. Nvidia partners with Eli Lilly on an AI drug laboratory. The headline detail is Nvidia plans to invest $1 billion over 5 years to speed up the use of AI in the pharmaceutical industry.
So GPUs are graduating from make my video game prettier to help discover medicine. That's a character arc. Respect.
Simple tech analogy. Drug discovery is like searching for a key in a stadium full of sand. AI can help narrow where to dig by learning patterns from biology data, chemical structures, and prior experiments, then proposing candidates to test in the real world.
So it's not AI invents a miracle pill overnight. It's AI helps you waste fewer years testing the obviously bad ideas, which, honestly, relatable.
Exactly. Why it matters? If this works, it can compress timelines in early-stage research, improve hit rates, and potentially lower costs, though pricing is complicated. It also signals where AI jobs will grow: data engineering for biomedical datasets, model validation, and safety testing.
Actionable career note for listeners. If you're mid-career and thinking AI is for teenagers, no. Healthcare needs adults with taste and caution. Learn the basics of data workflows and model evaluation, and you are suddenly useful in a very serious room.
Quick recap. Apple confirms Gemini will power new Siri features this year. Watch the privacy boundary and settings. Google adds buy buttons to Gemini and AI search. Set confirmations and review linked accounts. Nvidia and Eli Lilly are building an AI drug lab with a $1 billion 5-year investment. AI is moving deeper into real-world science.
And the emotional recap, your assistant is getting smarter, more expensive, and more involved in your life, like a roommate who can shop.
If this episode helped, subscribe and share it with the one friend who still thinks Siri is only for setting timers. And comment, what's the one task you'd actually trust an AI assistant to do end-to-end? Shopping, scheduling, or something else?
My answer? Scheduling. Because if it messes up, I can blame the robot. Shopping is too dangerous. I do not need an AI discovering my late-night snack personality.
That's it for 2026, January 12th. This is BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. See you tomorrow.
And remember, if your assistant offers one-tap buy, you offer two-tap regret prevention.